cost thousands, which is a lot more than many people can afford, and sometimes it can leave pet owners with a heartbreaking choice. Jeanette Freeman called her pet dog Highway in honour of his humble beginnings.
I was driving the Hume Highway and I just happened to glance across and see this little figure, very thin, very undernourished, and I just picked him up, took him home and loved him ever since. Dogs are a big part of my life. I treat them just like my kids.
Jeanette's 64 and lives on a pension. She gets paid just over $800 a fortnight, but it needs to cover all her expenses.
By the time you pay rent, pay your bills, your car, I'd be lucky if I had $10. I just live fortnight to fortnight. You don't end up with a lot, but I make it work. Well, I try.
With such little money left over, expenses such as pet insurance are more than she could afford. So when Highway had an accident earlier this year, she faced an impossible decision.
I just snapped it, and he come running to me crying and then dropped on the ground in front of me. And that broke my heart. Sorry, but it did. So I had to get my son to help me pick him up and get him straight down to the beds.
Jeanette was left with two options: emergency surgery or euthanasia. But with just $10 in the bank, she couldn't afford the $2,500 surgery.
It just broke me that day. Because I'm sorry. I didn't want to part with him.
Her vet suggested there could be a charity that would pay for Highway's surgery.
We help people that cannot in any way pay for their vet bills, for their animal to stop being put down unnecessarily.
Vegas works for Pets Medical Crisis, which is fully funded by donations to help people and animals in need.
So important. That's often all they have. A lot of these people are homeless or they don't have families, so to be able to help that is just a huge opportunity.
2 weeks ago, Michael's dog Richie was hit by a car after he jumped the fence.
His hip was out, he broke his front shoulder, front left, and his right hip joint was out. And found that his intestines had been leaking, so they had to operate on that straight away or else that would have killed him.
Living on Centrelink, Michael doesn't have much money, and Richie's surgery would cost almost $10 grand.
He was unable to walk, really struggling to breathe, really compromised and very close to passing away. So really it was euthanasia or persist with treatment and give him a chance.
Michael didn't want to give up on his best friend, so vet Rihanna suggested Pets Medical Crisis could help. While Richie went in for life-saving surgery, the charity raised enough money to cover the bill, and a few days later was well enough to return home.
Things like this don't happen to people like me. You wouldn't think it happens in this day and age, but it still does. Gives you hope for sure, yeah. And
And thanks to the people who've donated through Pets Medical Crisis, Highway's also well on his way to recovery.
He's running on it. He's doing all naughty things that he shouldn't be, but he's come leaps and bounds, he really has. I couldn't be any more grateful. I've never known anybody in my lifetime to help like they have.
What a great story. I mean, it's a fantastic story and also shows how much people need their animals. And in fact, as a National Seniors Advocate, I was talking to the Animal Welfare League about this recently, and they're saying that more and more older Australians in aged care facilities get so much from animals, and they'll be saying they want their pets to come with them, and that's going to be a very interesting...
Well, they can't take them now?
Well, at the moment, there aren't too many pet-friendly aged care homes, so...
for company and mental well-being.
You saw that lady and how it just changed her life. I mean, it's just fantastic, and it affects mental health, physical health, everything. So having a pet's great. Yeah. We've got chickens.
Really? Yeah. Are they pets?
They are pets.
Okay, great. I just wanted to be...
No. My daughter loves her chickens. She used to put them in a pram and wheel them around.
I'm not sure if the retirement homes want chickens, though. I'm not sure that's
free-range eggs.
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
To find out how you can help, you can visit our website for all the details there.
Right, we're going to a break. We'll be back soon.